Maja Danzo. I am a double major in criminal justice and psychology with a minor in political science, and I study in Rabat, Morocco. I am very obsessed with the Arab culture in general, and I'm originally from Liberia, which is in Africa. It's on the west coast of Africa. So, and I have been in the United States for about 10 years, and I really wanted to visit, but Liberia was still like under development. And I wanted to study abroad. There was no Arabic in Liberia, and we don't have that program here. So I chose Morocco because of that. And I checked out the program on the international program website, and it did have like a lot of things that I was interested in, like the visit to Spain and everything. So I was excited, and that's why I chose that program. My living situation was awesome. For the first 2 weeks when we first got to Morocco, we went to Fez, which was like a different city, and it's basically their city of commerce. And they have like all these beautiful stuff, and it's like really cheap. And I was obsessed with Fez. I kind of wanted to live in Fez, but then we couldn't because like the program was actually in Rabat. So we were in Fez for 2 weeks, and then we went to Morocco. I kind of didn't like the one in Morocco as much. I mean, in Rabat as much as the one in Fez because I kind of like the surrounding more. Rabat is more populated and the house are a little bit more squished together than the houses in like Fez, like where there's like more room to do more stuff. But they're all beautiful. I liked it. It was good. Wi-Fi. I didn't think that everyone literally had like in Rabat, everyone literally had Wi-Fi in their house. Almost everyone, which is like kind of weird because like I guess that's kind of like modernization a lot, and I didn't see that coming within like that country, especially the fact that it's in Africa. Even though a lot of people in Morocco think that they're not part of Africa, I don't know why. So they think they're Arabs, but yeah. So the whole technology system definitely did surprise me. They have more than I thought they did. My favorite part about the abroad experience was all these little trips that we took to all these different places to like view Morocco. Um, like with our group, we had this hiking trip to this village, and basically like we went to the forest. So everyone was just like, it wasn't that much of a hike, but I was kind of scared a little. But it was fun, and then at the end of the hike, we came to this like beautiful kind of water kind of view thing, and like we had like dinner or whatever there. And after that, like it was just all these little trips. I took trips with like my host moms, like, and it was like okay, we went to like the Algerian border. We just like, I mean, you couldn't go over because like Morocco and Algeria really doesn't have like this really close type of relationship. So all these little trips were like my favorite part of like that bar experience. One thing I wish I knew before I left, I wish I knew it was gonna be colder, and I would have packed more sweaters. I love sweaters, but I didn't think that it would be like as cold as it was. I guess we didn't go into the right season. It wasn't like hot as I thought it would be. So like pack more sweaters. Yeah, it's cold. Morocco gets cold. It's in Africa, but it gets cold. Telling you. I'm sorry, but the shower was not the best. Not in Morocco, not in Rabat. I think it depends on the family that you live with and their living situation. I mean, I love my family, don't get me wrong, I'm obsessed with them, but I wasn't so obsessed with the shower because the shower was combined with the toilet. So it was a shower and a toilet at the same time. But yes, but it was good. It was a good experience, but like I was literally taking a shower in front of the toilet. So that's what happened. Like everything was just like it was just this little tiny box room, and I think it was kind of good because then like you kind of get out of your comfort zone because like we're so used to like this American system. I kind of almost forget that I was African at some point. So that was kind of like a good take back, but it was rough. It was rough. I love hammams, but those are like, well, I don't know if who doesn't really know what a hammam is. They're like Turkish bath, and they're like this really big bath, and like one section is for women and the other is for men, and it's like this like it's a bunch of hot water and it's cold water, and you can have like it's really hot in there, and it just like soothes down like everything and like calms you down and everything. But it's like you could, I kind of got like this old lady to give me a shower. It's weird. I didn't get her to do it, but they made her do it. So we got showered by like these like bunch of old women. Like yeah, basically they were naked too. Just so you know, I'll give you that thing. Yeah, and you had to be naked. So good. We had couscous every Friday. I don't know if anyone don't know what couscous is, but couscous is like it's a traditional dish in like Morocco, and like every family eats it like every Friday, like after like the Friday prayer. So couscous is a big thing, and it was good, but I got tired of it a little bit. Living in a Muslim country, I was fine with it. The fact that I'm Muslim, so I was kind of like already accustomed to like the cultures and things like that. I remember when I first got there, met my host family, the first thing she told me was, I'm so glad you're Muslim. And so it was good. It was good. I was fine with waking up for prayer, and I kind of liked it because then I had someone like encouraging me like more on my religion and on my deen. Well, deen is the Arabic word for religion. So, like, yeah, it was. I was fine with it. I was happy. I was very happy. So yeah, a roller coaster because we had like our up and downs, and sometimes it was like awesome, and another time I'm like I want to go back home. And but like because I'm like a huge family, like a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people don't know, but I'm like I'm one of 17 siblings, so I'm like really family oriented. And I was like really used to my family, and this was like the farthest I've ever been away from my family, so I definitely got like homesick sometime because I'm just like used to like being around them. But so those moments were like when I got homesick were like the down moments, and like the time we were like all over like doing all this like exciting stuff, and like going to like the pottery place, and just it was like a lot of things, and trying new things like the food, going to like all these like traditional things. We even had like a fake wedding kind of thing so we can like know what a Moroccan wedding was. So like it was definitely a roller coaster. Describe my workload. I think it was definitely less than what I did here in like here. It was not as much as I thought that it would be. um it wasn't much. We had like I had a paper for every class basically, except for Arabic, of course, because I cannot write a whole paper in Arabic, but I can speak a little bit, just basic. So, but every other class we had to write a paper at the end of the semester. In most of our classes, the midterm and the final was like papers that we had to write. So I think they were like basically more like focused on paper, and I think the teachers were also trying to get like everyone to like know more about each other. So they were like mostly discussion based, like my international relation class. They were like mostly discussion based, and like we would talk about like the foreign policy between like America and Morocco, or like Morocco and like the EU, and like how there was like this thing with Morocco trying to join the EU, which is like basically impossible, but maybe it might happen in the near future. So honestly, just like be open minded and be prepared for whatever, and try not to like be cynical or like criticize every single little thing, because like you need to understand that like mostly the main reason of like study abroad is also to get you out of your comfort zone. I'm done.